Hello, good afternoon, good day, everyone. Hello, good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here. Today, we're going to be spilling some hot U.S. immigration law tea. Oh my goodness, when you see me with my hot tea, you know there's some tea to spill, guys. Yeah, I think the light is too bright. I have my hot tea ready. Afternoon, guys. So let's dive right into it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to everyone that joins this live video. We have some exciting news and some hot tea to spill. So stick with me throughout this live video, and we're going to be having lots of fun. Today is actually a great day. There's been lots of jubilation, for immigrants all over the US. Welcome, guys. Drop me a comment as usual. Show me some love. We're spilling some hot US immigration tea. So, guys, drop me a comment. If you don't drop a comment, I don't know, you're watching. I just see the number here. Okay, so let's jump and dive right into the news. I'm sharing my screen with you guys, and oh my goodness, what is happening right here? Okay, so I hope you guys can see my screen. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so what's happening is this. We're going to start with the public charge rule and then discuss it. Okay, so last year, February 24th, 2020, the final rule for the public charge rule was implemented, and the public charge rule is commonly known as the wealth test. And this rule was the rule that meant that people who were applying for green cards had to show to the US government that they were wealthy, or they were, they had money, or, they were not going to be a burden onto the US government, simply put. So some people were saying, there was news that former President Trump stated that he wanted a certain type and category of immigrants only to come to the US. So, for example, he wanted people from Norway who had PhDs, and so others interpreted this as he wanted, just white people with very good education to be here. He didn't want people from some types of countries, the people he didn't want here. So that was one way of putting a barrier and then blocking them from coming. Okay, guys, so let's go into what this public charge rule is. And then, we'll just look at it briefly, because I think I may have done a video already on this public charge rule. So we're going to be talking very briefly about it to give you guys an idea of, what it meant and what is happening now. Okay, guys, stick with me. Am I still on here? Yes. Stick with me, and then let's get to this. Okay. Hot tea, guys. So this is what is happening. So the public charge rule is actually stems from the Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 212, and the law simply stated that any alien who is likely at any time to become a public charge is inadmissible to the United States and ineligible to become a green card holder. I've paraphrased it, but essentially, if you were going to become a burden on the US or the US government, you were coming to, beg for things or keep asking for benefits, like, the US government should take care of your hospital bills, or should pay, for food for you, or, just any type of public assistance. If you were going to be that type of, you were going to be a burden on the US government, you were not going to be granted a green card. Okay, so that was what the final rule stated, and this rule was in the INA. So now let's go on to some of the factors. We'll just take a look at some of the interesting aspects of this public charge rule. So this rule was applicable to certain types of people. And so the first people were people who are applying for green cards. That's applicants for admission or adjustment of status, so people who were either coming into the US or just coming to apply for green cards. and then also people who were applying to extend their non-immigrant stay. So if you were on a type of visa, like a B1, B2 visa, and you were applying for an extension, you were subject to the public charge rule. And so if they realized that you didn't have enough resources to take care of yourself, or you were going to become a burden, or you were going to become, a problem for us here in the US, you will not be allowed to get the immigration benefits that you were seeking. Okay, so now we can go into the let's go into there were some exceptions. Refugees, asylees, they were not part of this public charge rule. Okay, great. So now let's talk about the factors. Okay, we're going to be talking about the factors here. Let me go right back here. Let's talk about the factors. Welcome, guys. Welcome to everyone joining us. We're spilling some exciting news, some hot US immigration law tea. I think there's just my light is too bright or something. It looks I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so guys, these were the factors that they were going to consider when they were doing the public charge test or the wealth test. They would look at your age. Of course, people who were younger were favored over people. If you are like 87 years old, they assume that, oh gosh, this person will not be able to work hard and contribute to the US and pay taxes. But if you were 35 years old, or you were 28 years old, or 25 years old, that was a positive factor for you, because clearly you have a lot of youthful exuberance, and you have a lot of energy and motivation to work hard, and you were not likely going to be a public charge to the US government. Okay. The next factor they looked at was health. What was the status of your health? You know that there are certain types of people that are inadmissible, and they will not be allowed into the US if you have some type of, contagious disease. And, they just want to make sure they are protecting the public here in the US. And so people who were not vaccinated against certain types of diseases or had certain contagious diseases were inadmissible. And again, with a public health, with a public charge test, they wanted to make sure that you didn't have some condition or some health factor that would make you a burden again onto the US. If you had any type of very serious medical condition that would make you unable to work, or always have, very huge medical bills, you were likely to be a public charge. And so that was the second factor. The third factor is family status. They were, the public charge test is, as I keep saying, it's called the wealth test, and they look at everything that you have. So they look at the totality of your circumstances. They look at how wealthy your family is, because of the I-944, which is the form that carries out or that evaluates whether you or not you're going to be a public charge. They would ask for your family assets, how much you guys had, liquid assets and properties. I mean, it's a detailed 20-page test. And it was just the bane of the existence of many lawyers. Like, we were just like, because it was just a mixture of, health, health questions, and well, I don't even remember if there was the health part, but on the I-944, there was a mixture of like, what is your credit card score? What properties do you have? What is the value of the property? Just going into so many details. Have you ever received any type of benefits? You have to check which particular type, and the year and all of that. So they were looking at your family status. So they want people who come from very wealthy backgrounds to be immigrants. That's the bottom line that ex-President Trump, because he was the one that actually instituted this. So they wanted people who had very wealthy families and who had a lot to add to the US. So they looked at your family status, then they looked at your assets, your resources, your financial status, and then they'll look at your education and skills. So they wanted a certain type of people. They want professionals. They wanted people who had gone to school, who had PhDs, scientists, who could help in IT, who were just professionals that would benefit the US if they came here. Okay, guys. And then they would look at your prospective immigration status. They would look at yeah, all those other factors that just either weighted positively towards for you or weighted negatively for you. So those were some of the factors that were being looked at. Guys, we're spilling some hot US immigration law tea. So grab your tea because this tea is just hot and delicious. Okay, guys, let's go to another part of the public charge test. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, these were some of the benefits. So there were some benefits that were considered, whether you had been taking food stamps or you were taking food stamps or you were taking, housing benefits or medical benefits or whatever that would be looked at. Rosie Bell Lisa says, beautiful always. Thank you so much, Rosie Bell. We're so happy that you've joined us. Today we're spilling some exciting news for the immigrant community. So please stick with us as we just break down everything. Welcome everyone else. So guys, so yes, so they were looking at, what kind of benefits you were taking and all of that. So let me jump right into another hold on, I'm going to jump right into another screen and then we'll discuss that. Guys, as I was telling you, my office line got disconnected, so this is a new one. So I hope you guys have this new number down. This is where to find me if you need immigration assistance. Alrighty, let me take this off and then let's add this other screen. Hold on, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this live video. It's very exciting news and we're going to be now taking a look at the factors. Okay, so this is the policy manual that I have right here. We're breaking down all the factors. I think we discussed this one. Okay, but yeah, we'll still just go over this again. And then that should be it. Okay, guys, so here. So as I was telling you guys, the test, the public charge test or the wealth test, how did it manifest? So it was for, green card applicants or people who were applying to extend their non-immigrant stay. You had to fill out a form known as the Declaration of Self-Sufficiency, the form I-944. As I said, it's a 20-page, very detailed, form, has some taxation elements, and we had to just declare that yes, you were self-sufficient. You were not coming to beg the US that, please give me medical assistance, please give me free things, please give me free housing, give me free food. They wanted you to be able to declare that you were self-sufficient. You had your own cheese, you were making it rain, you had money, you have a lot of money, and you don't need to depend on the US government. So that was what the self-sufficiency test was. That's what attorneys, we had to do. We had to establish that yes, you were very self-sufficient. All right, guys, so now let's get into the T. Let's get into the T. Let me just put this right here on okay, so now we're on the DHS government the websites, but we don't even need it. Let's just spill the exciting news. So the news is that now the public charge test has been scrapped. So it's been dismissed because according to the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, it's not in line with President Joe Biden's vision to make, to reform immigration law. They felt like that test was just too discriminatory, and it just discriminated against people who were not of a certain category, because even the public charge test actually it didn't even want people who couldn't speak good English or even English. And so people from countries where the English was not the first language were disadvantaged. And that was a very heavy negative factor that weighted against them. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at what specifically the DHS stated, the exciting news that they stated just yesterday. All that I'm telling you is, very hot tea from, the DHS. Here it is right here. Okay, great. I have it here. So the DHS secretary is known as Alejandro Mayorkas. So he was the one that announced this news. Oh my goodness, today it looks like I'm having a bit of, my screens are just all over the place. Guys, bear with me. I'm just trying to bring you the hot tea, and yeah, sometimes it just gets, oh, right here. Okay, so good. Let me just zoom in right here so that you guys can see what the source of this all is about. Okay, so that's it. And Alejandro Mayorkas, he is the DHS secretary, and he announced that the government, exciting news, will no longer defend the 2019 public charge rule because it's not in the public interest and it's not an efficient use of the limited government resources. I mean, come on. As I told you guys, it was a 20-page, very complicated forms you had to fill. And of course, they had to have, more adjudicators and reviewers review all the information and all the attached documents. And oh dear, it was a very complicated and heavy process. So it says that the public charge rule was penalized. It was penalizing those who wanted to access health benefits. And President Joe Biden now wants to restore faith in our legal immigration system, and so he doesn't think that they can defend the rule. And so, effective from yesterday, the public charge rule has been dumped into the bin, thankfully. I've been going onto the USCIS website, and this change or this update has not featured. I see that they have actually given the latest news, but they haven't mentioned this. Guys, we're spilling hot US immigration law tea, so stick with us. We're almost done. I just brought you the exciting news. The public charge rule is no longer effective. And so if you're trying to apply for any type of US immigration benefits, especially a green card, make sure you speak with an attorney, because we understand what to do and how to do it, and then we can help you. Give my office a call. That's my number right there, 802-7800-564, 802-7800-564. That's my phone number, and you will get through to me when you are able to speak with my assistant and book a consultation. So guys, I assist clients all around the US, and it doesn't matter the type of US immigration problem you have, I will be able to help you. I just brought you the exciting news. We just spilled some hot tea. Yes, guys, the public charge rule is no longer in effect. And so this calls for celebration. When you see my mug like this, it means I have some serious news for you guys. This tea is creamy and exciting. So that's it, guys. I'm excited to see what more President Joe Biden has in store. It looks like this man is making, like, he's really living up to his promises. So that's really great news for us all. Abdul Aziz Lyric says, good work, my sister. Thank you so much for joining us today, Abdul. We are excited to have you here with us this afternoon. So guys, I will leave you. I hope you guys are staying safe. Don't forget to keep your masks on. If you have to double it up. Stay warm for those of you in the US here. The weather is warming up. Manassas, Virginia, yeah, it feels like the sun is peeking out little by little. Thankfully, we're out of the winter, the winter season. So that, yeah, I grew up in Ghana, so I love the sun. I don't like the freezing winter. So guys, this was the hot, exciting news I had for you. We just spilled some tea. I'll come your way again, as always, and give you the latest updates on U.S. immigration, and we'll have the discussions and all of that. If you need my help, go ahead and just give my office a call, 802-7800-564. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page and follow me, and follow us and with the great work we're doing. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe, stay warm, and take care. Bye-bye.